Hello, everybody. So, I want to talk a little bit about the spectrum of physicality or non physicality. The non physical, holographic, physical spectrum, and potentially the possibility that there's something else other than these different states of being that we haven't even explored yet. So, for what we know, some of the most dense material is rock, and then that progresses to something more crystalline, and then we have diamonds and all these different stones that are able to hold charges of energy in different ways. So they can actually carry intelligence, and they are intelligent to a degree. I guess we might say the least degree of anything in our world, because there's non-physical elements that are here. I can't necessarily make a judgment on what is more intelligent, but we have, if something is materialized and it's manifested in the physical world, then I don't know, there could be any number of reasons for that, but a common perception, one idea for why it happens, is by being materially oriented, and the more inclined anything is to be material, the more material it's going to become. So I don't know, like in the formation of this, if there was some sort of conscious force that was guiding the formation of this. I think I think so. And it's not necessarily a singular force. It's a bunch of different forces. And so we have the physical. The physical. This is we're at different points in the physical. And I have the ability to communicate my awareness a fair amount, more so than this stone. But this stone is still communicating in this interaction. Its shape, its emission, its vibration, its output of information, of color, of sound on a level that I can't hear, but it's still there. And so it's funny that silence exists, but it doesn't, in a way, because it's just about your sensory ability to hear it. Because if everything is vibrating at some rate, then on some level it is, hitting all of the particles around it, all of the material or gas, is gas a material? I think so. It's not 100% visible to us all the time, but it's particles. So, like, is air physical? Is wind? I mean, if you lived in a place, imagine a planet that was only wind, no ground, just wind. Kind of like a atmosphere, a spherical atmosphere with weather present. Drank a lot of wine last night. Not a lot, some. So yeah, that'd be kind of interesting, and I'm sure that there are planets with that kind of a makeup that we just haven't seen. And there are planets that are on the verge of becoming what would be visible to us. I mean, they're like, you could be flying through space in a craft, in a ship, and fly right through a planet that just hasn't reached the point where it is accessible to our senses. But based on whatever movements it makes from there, it can either become more physical or not. It's like Earth wasn't always as physical as it is now. Probably. I mean, that's a common story that is told, that it was much more of a spiritual place. I want to change that so that someone who doesn't necessarily resonate with spirit could understand. I mean, or resonate. It could have been just much more of a non-physical state where, it's just a bunch of chemicals and elements whirling around, and it just depends on what you consider intelligent. So, as for something else other than